Alright, so right now we're going to work on, look at what is the Pathfinder. So the Pathfinder is pretty similar to the Shape Builder tool, and you could probably use both of them, just one or the other. It doesn't really matter too much, but there are some advantages to each of them. Sometimes the Shape Builder tool can be easier to use, and sometimes the Pathfinder can be easier to use. So to start out with the Pathfinder, just go up here to Window, and come down here to Pathfinder, and just click that. Actually, mine was out, so I need to click that again. All right, so now over here in the Pathfinder tool, you'll see this, and you'll see a couple different images, and each one will show you what they each do in a little icon, so it's pretty helpful. So we're going to start out with this first one with the Unite, so I have that over here, Unite. If I can highlight both of these and click the Unite button, it's going to make those shapes one shape. Similar to the Pathfinder tool, or sorry, to the Shape Builder tool, but that it was a little bit faster to do this and it merged both of them together. The difference is with the Shape Builder tool, you can choose which parts you want to unite. Okay? But I use the Unite one pretty often, as well as this minus front. So if I highlight this, or these two, and do minus front, it's going to take away the rectangle from the polygon. Alright, I'm just going to do Command Z. I'm going to go back so that I can show you this. What happens is it takes this front image and it takes this line that it matches away from the polygon. So if we were to move the polygon to the front and did the same thing, it would leave this space because you're taking off the front image. Alright, so we're just going to leave it at that. Alright, so with the Intersect tool, if you highlight both of them, what it's going to do is take the two parts that overlap each other and it will make a shape. So this line right here will become a shape once we click Intersect. Alright, pretty simple. I'm going to come over here and we're going to jump over to this button, the Exclude, and it's going to do the exact opposite. It's actually going to make a shape with everything except for that. Alright, so we hit that, and now we notice that we can click this shape, which is one shape, but we can't click in the middle because there's nothing there. And just to show you what that shape looks like, I can just invert the colors. Alright, so that's not too hard to understand either. So that's just what Exclude does. Now we're going to come down here to Divide. And what this does is it's going to take these two shapes and it's going to make three different shapes. It's going to take one shape, two shape, and three shape. Okay, so we hit that, and now we have three different shapes. If we come here to go to Ungroup, after you right click, you can come back and you can switch that color. Now you can see that is actually its own shape. Same with this shape right here. That's its own shape, and this one is its own shape. Alright, so that's what Divide does. And minus back is very similar to minus front, except that it's going to take away this back image. Alright, I'm actually going to make this one on top just so that we don't have two of the exact same shapes. We're going to come over here, and minus back is actually this very last one. I'm going to click that, and now you have 6 different shapes. Alright, and there's a couple more in here that I don't use very often. If you find a use for it, go for it. But more often than not, they just confuse you and it's easier to use some of these other ones. But play around with them. Go ahead and figure out what you want to do for your assignment and what shape you want to make and how you want to make it.